We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Breaks through the contact, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready. Hey, check Mega.
In motion left goes Watson.
Ready.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
It's 4th down.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
That's good.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
For an Eagles. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Eagles sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hey, easy, 63, back. 63.
Here's Hurts to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You look at this Packers defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They go play action with Hurts. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Cloud. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll send Watson in motion right. Love to throw for it on 4th. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2nd and goal from the 1. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy, 63, bang!
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
It's now 4th and goal.
Touchdown, Eagles. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after through the raindrops, something good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
2nd down, Love. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounded, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Cloud. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Green Bay.
Come on, set! Yellow, blue. Ready.
Love, they go play action now. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Looking sideline, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Love now. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second down. Here's Hurts. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Hurts completing this one quickly. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, but he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. I know, without even asking, without... in your direction that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Red, yellow. Straight.
Off the play fake, Love. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a second down throw for Love here. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Here is third down and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Okay,
back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give to Taylor out of the gun. That's strong running. Down the left sideline. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown! 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff up the middle. Cloud. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Right back to him on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Love now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Here's Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Squad rank. 52.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Fighting his way through contact. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Come on, set.
They just do get the playoff. Love going to throw it. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now a 2nd and 10. the middle they go. Cloud. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Glove. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
In motion left comes Brown. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
2nd and 6.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
73, M23. Delta.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over at first and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Cut.
Now a give, right side. Cloud, 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
It's second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Blue check. Set.
On second down, Cloud. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Cluster. Six. Go red. Slide through. Set.
Throwing. Love. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up third and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing first and goal, looking to regroup.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Ready.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On second down, it's Taylor. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Now Hurts changing up the play. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline.
Hey, you got a punt, bro. I'm only up by 16. I got to be up by 17.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a... And look at this, another fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, we have seen in NFL history some punters that could also throw the football, but here, that fake punt, total disaster, leads to 6 points the other way.
Yeah, Brandon, a lot of quarterbacks, they used to do double duty as punters as well, and you as a historian of the game remember that. Nowadays, we don't see it at all. And judging by that throw, I don't think he's going to get too many more opportunities to put the ball in the air.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, let's go.
Back to throw here. And a throw right sideline is complete. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A big loss on the play. Brings up
second down. Here's Jalen Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good feet. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Down.
2nd down and 3.
Set, cut.
They'll keep it on the ground. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Black shot. Blue strikers. Set, cut. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, Cloud. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Eagles 14. Anders Carlson, the kickoff.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Now he's loose at the 40, and the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Blue. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cloud, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Red, yellow. Red, cycle. Cut.
On third down, Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Drill green. Cut.
On 1st and 10, Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Set.
On 2nd down now, Cloud. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Hey, red. Steel, black. Set.
3rd and long for Love. That is caught, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point forthcoming. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
57, Eagles 14. Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Tackled by Quay Walker. A loss of a yard.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This will be caught by Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. He will find Davis. That's complete.
Jari got them nigga ass on lock.
8 out of that completion, and now bring us to the 34. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts dancing to his left. And he's going to have an Eagles first down.
3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing is Hurts. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. Now 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Ready.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. To a knee goes Love, and that should be that.
Good game, brother. Good game. Good game.
A lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is. I'm on those